Hi, I'm Eva. Can you guess how old I am? You probably picked 10, didn't you? Well, surprise! I'm actually 16. I've always been small. Like teeny tiny kind of small. Mom said that when she had me at 6 months, I was so tiny I fit perfectly into her palm. Because of my size, I was always the punchline at school. Careful, don't step on her. Oh wait, too late. But trust me, I knew how to give it back hot. Oops, didn't see you down here. I usually ignore things that crawl. Are you calling me an insect? Well, you said it, not me. Maybe we should squash you like one too. Oh, really? I immediately dropped into a crouch just like wrestler and darted between her legs. Catch me if you can, giraffes! Then the girls tripped over each other and hit the floor. Nice! I usually manage myself fine at school, but at home, that's where things got complicated. You see, with my parents always away on business trips, my 2 older brothers, Jake and Don, took in charge to a whole new level. And by in charge, I mean smothering. You shouldn't carry heavy stuff. You'll blow away in a breeze. Did someone bully you? Just give me a name. I'll handle it. Put me down, caveman! Don't get me wrong, I knew they meant well, but sometimes their protection felt more like overprotection. It wasn't just at home. Even at school, I couldn't even eat in peace. What is that? Who made it? Did it pass FDA regulations? How do you know it's not poisoned? You haven't dropped dead yet. That's how. Say what? Ugh, it's just mac and cheese. I couldn't even do sports without a full-on sibling intervention. I'll be your leg. You're not straining an ankle on my watch. Oh, you can't run for me, Dawn. I'm not made of glass. When they started college, I thought I would finally catch a break from their fuss. But no, their drama was still in full force. One time, I actually went on a date, and my 2 brothers turned it into a live comedy show. Uninvited. Huh? They disguised themselves in some trench coats with fake mustaches and carried newspapers with eye holes to spy on us. Then they made a cutthroat gesture, and my date immediately started sweating. I was so mortified, I just banged my head onto the table. I didn't want to be babied. I wanted to be heard. And the one place I could do that was on stage. Acting gave me a lot of joy. I got to be someone else. A warrior, a genius, a queen. And when I graduated, I wanted to do it for real on the big screens. I gave you my heart once when I was blind and stupid. Not anymore, Chad. But even though I was crazy talented, I was always cast as a side character. Guess why? Because of this girl right here, Nina. Tall, pretty, shampoo commercial hair. And as if that wasn't enough, her rich parents practically owned the school thanks to their donations. Even though her acting skills were, how do I put this nicely? Not even there. So we were auditioning for Miranda in The Tempest. I put everything into it. Mr. Greenfield watched me with a smile, while Nina shot daggers at me with her eyes. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel who had, no doubt, some noble creature in her, dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. The audience was clapping as I stepped down, but when it was Nina's turn, it was a train wreck. Her head was too fancy to recall lines. I have suffered with those I saw, suffocate? Sorry, I mean suffer. A brave vessel who had some noble crying. Creature. It's creature. Right, creature. Got it. The room erupted in laughter while Nina was fumbling, but she acted like she was slaying it. When it was time for our teacher, Mr. Greenfield, to declare who will play Miranda... So the role of Miranda goes to... Nina. I was hardly surprised, but it didn't mean I would keep quiet about it. Excuse me? She couldn't even read her lines.
Well, you see, Miranda is described as being a goddess of beauty by Ferdinand.
So it's about looks, not talent? Got it. I wanted to believe talent would win out, But over and over, Mr. Greenfield chose the face, not the voice. I spent the rest of that day on the rooftop to ease my hurt. But Nina couldn't resist the chance to come and rub it in with one of her friends, like teen movie villains with way too much screen time. Aw, don't take it personally, darling. Maybe try puppet theater, something your size fits into. Not the time, Nina. Here's the thing. In this industry, people like me get the leads. You? With your size, you're lucky if you're cast as the quirky maid. Or maybe a 40-year-old trapped in a 10-year-old body. Or better yet, an extra in a low-budget Hobbit reboot. Or a human foot mat. Exactly. Here's some free advice. Drop this acting fantasy. You're going nowhere fast. My eyes stung with angry tears. I knew she was lying. I'd seen actors go viral with way less than perfect height. Was Kevin Hart a joke to her? Height doesn't define talent. Talent defines talent. And I was going to prove it. To her, to Mr. Greenfield, and to the whole world. Just a few months to high school graduation, Mr. Greenfield made an announcement that changed everything. An announcement that could be my golden opportunity.
Big news, everyone. There's going to be a major inter-school drama competition coming up, which will be judged by real talent scouts.
This was it! My chance to finally perform in front of an actual audience. But I had to earn the lead role, which meant auditions. Again. That day, I gave it everything. All the raw emotion. My soul, my breath. Tears were brimming in my eyes. Mr. Greenfield seemed visibly moved. And when I walked off that stage, I knew I'd nailed it.
Lead role goes to... Nina.
Yes!
Eva will play the maid in the first scene.
I saw it coming, but this time I wasn't the only one. But Eva did it better. She deserves the lead. Whispers and murmurs rose. Every clubmate seemed to be waiting for my reaction, but I couldn't even put it into words. Later, I found out Nina's parents had made another huge donation to the school. Typical. When I told my brothers about it, they were so mad that they kept pacing back and forth.
We're going down there. That teacher's gonna hear from us. They think they can cheat our sister and get away with it? Ha! We'll teach that drama doll teacher a lesson.
No! You're not doing anything! I'll handle this. My way.
Your way? You mean bottling it all up and pretending you're fine? Why'd you always shut us out?
Because you two make it worse. You barge in like angry bulls and turn everything into chaos. Just because I'm small, it doesn't mean I'm helpless. Then there was a heavy silence. Don scoffed under his breath.
Fine. You want to do everything on your own? Be our guest.
It was the first time my brothers were so mad at me. Maybe I pushed too hard, but I had to. I needed them to see that I could stand on my own. Nina was determined to keep me hidden in the shadows, right? Fine. I was going to shine from that very shadow, brighter than she ever expected. Night and day, I worked on every detail of my role. I wrote down everything in my notebook and practiced it over and over again. Also, I added my own monologue. If they gave me crumbs, I'd turn it into a feast. On the night of the performance, I was more than ready. But before the curtain rose, Nina didn't miss her chance to throw her last remark. I see you have accepted your fate. As a supporting role? Yes. Have I ever told you that my parents are major contributors to the school? You might wonder why I always get the lead, even when you work harder, even when you perform better. So, you're admitting that I perform better. Doesn't change a thing. You don't have the money, you don't have the looks. You'll always be second best. Last best, even. With that, Nina walked onto the stage, and I followed her, quietly. We'll see about that. The theater was filled with people, and the spotlight shone on us. It was the first scene, the only one I appeared in. But I was determined to make it unforgettable. My princess, why do you cry? What bothers you? Slave, have you seen my gold jewelry? You're the only one who enters this room. Have you taken it? No, my princess. I clean your chambers, but I would never steal from the hand that feeds me. Liar! You little rat! Get out of my sight! Call the other...
Saliva?
Slaves! Let them be questioned. I shall,
Deal with you all.
That was supposed to be the end of my role, but I had one more thing to say. The monologue I'd written in secret. I may be a slave, but I have dignity. Gasps rippled through the audience as I turned back to face Nina. I'm not dirty. I'm not a thief. What are you doing, little rat? This is not part of the script. And most of all, I'm not a little rat. You may wear a crown. You may rule today, but be careful how you treat others. The one who rules today might kneel tomorrow. Sooner or later, everyone will get their chance to shine. I spoke from my bones, and the room listened. I got a standing ovation. I left the stage with my head raised high and the pleasure of seeing Nina so shaken. As expected, Nina and Mr. Greenfield came for me as soon as the play was over. Show off? How dare you, Eva? You made a complete fool of me.
That was unprofessional. You went completely off script. You've ruined the integrity of the play.
Before I could respond, Jake and Dawn suddenly appeared, stepping between us with fire in their eyes.
So, this is the girl and the drama doll teacher who's been messing with her sister?
I couldn't help but facepalm.
Hard. Me? Drama doll? Eva's been stopping us from putting you in your place. But right now, I'm not so sure she could.
I grabbed my brothers by the shoulders before they could do anything stupid. I said, I've got this. I didn't fight for my voice to have someone else speak for me now. You said I broke the rules? Pretty sure it's also against the rules to give lead roles based on parent donations. And Nina added a few lines too. Calling me little rat on stage. Was that part of the script?
Who told you that?
Nina told me herself. Right before the play. Remember? As soon as I finished my sentence, Nina froze, her eyes flicking around nervously. Just as I was about to leave them stewing in their own handmade embarrassment, a man approached us. Mr. Greenfield had identified him earlier in the crowd as the scout that came to find acting talents. I felt chills all over my body when he came straight to me.
That last line of yours, where did that come from? Please, sir, ignore her. She added that part herself. It wasn't approved. Wait, she wrote it herself? That's brilliant. Have you ever thought of acting professionally? I'm a film director, and we're casting for a new project. I'd love for you to audition.
That night, the spotlight found me. Not because I was the tallest, not because I was the favorite, but because I earned it. Days after, I signed my first contract with a Scouts agency. I celebrated it with my brothers and my parents on FaceTime.
Eva, you're about to be a star now. You probably need some bodyguards to keep crazy fanboys and girls off you. And who better for the job than your overqualified, incredibly handsome big brothers, huh? Right, Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad nodded and smiled enthusiastically on the screen. At that moment, I realized, no matter how strong I become, I'll always be their baby sister. And honestly, I wouldn't trade that for the world. Here's what I've learned. Yes, sometimes the odds are against us. Our looks, our background, our name. But if you work hard and stay true to yourself, you'll shine anyway, even from the shadows.